a screenager. Hi. Hi,
we just
everybody.
got an order for a temperature blanket kit.
Oh, exciting. It's always
Cool.
fun to put that together.
That is fun. Good
Yeah.
thing you have the cheat sheet on that. Woohoo!
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too.
Good.
I had a massage
you had a
last
massage.
night, and I did extend it
Oh,
to
really?
an hour and a half. So if you have never had an hour and a half massage,
Jeez,
I highly
put me
and
to
it's-
sleep.
And I'm telling you, I heard myself snore about 5 or 6 times, woke me up. And she said that is just fine. And I'm like, when it was done, I'm like, God, that was the fastest hour and a half I've ever experienced.
So are y'all like?
I would say it helped,
Relaxed?
but for me, it takes a few massages and some visits to the KraeO
Oh, jeez.
to kind of get myself in working order. So
Okay.
usually that's what
Sounds like you just need a personal masseuse.
I kind of do. I wish I had one. Your weekend?
All good. Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
It was. I can't even remember yesterday. So God, don't even ask about the weekend.
Well, so I told everybody I was going to Sidney, and a couple people were worried that I
At least
wasn't
one person was
packing
like,
in time.
Geez, you're going to Sydney, Australia, and you're not packed.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, I
That's
probably, I went to Sidney, Montana, my hometown.
Mhm.
Oops, my stuff's way over here. And was really kind of there to,
And people hear us. I mean, it seems like
I should,
the
they
camera's
should.
really far away.
okay, here.
But
Yeah,
like,
we can get
compared
it
to what
closer.
used to
Okay.
be. But I don't know. All the
I
technical
wasn't
things.
quite sure how,
How
how's
up
that?
close and
Is that
personal.
better?
Is
Okay.
that better?
Okay,
Alyssa.
thanks,
Thanks,
Alyssa.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway,
so Sydney, you got to.
kind of say goodbye to my sister's house, and
How long have they lived in that house?
oh my gosh. Well, honestly, not as long as you'd think. Well, I'd probably say like 20 years maybe.
Okay.
Because their oldest daughter was at college when they bought it.
Oh, okay.
And so I always remember them talking about how she didn't quite feel like she had a place there because she didn't grow up in that
there.
house, and she's 40. Sorry,
So
Clarice.
where?
Outed you.
How many houses have they had in Sydney?
Well, they lived with my parents for 6 months when they first moved there from Arizona. And then they had one house, and so really just 2, really.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so,
So
it
where
was
was-
nice.
So they kind of raised their kids in the. They did not raise their kids in that house.
They raised probably 1.5 kids in that house because their
Okay.
youngest was still pretty young when they moved into that house, and their next one.
So when
Was
you
probably-
like were going a lot with your kids being little, like
Yeah.
is that the house you went to?
Honestly, because it was
Oh, you went to
really
see your
when the
parents.
2 youngest though, but the 2 youngest. So I should say her youngest, Jessie, and my middle one, Alice. They're like a couple weeks apart. So we were always going back and forth. Like we would go and actually trade off kids in Miles City.
Oh, really?
And then
That's fun.
she'd go home, and that's how we did it a lot in the summertime. So it was always a lot of fun. Yeah. So yeah, we did a lot in a short amount of time. We visited my parents' grave. That's sad, but it was nice too. And went to our little restaurant we like to go to for breakfast. And my brother works at the local pizza place, and we went there, and that was great. And I saw my brother, and
Your brother's retirement job is the pizza
yes,
place.
yeah, that's so funny. My brother, the guy who has a journalism degree and has been a publisher of their newspaper and worked, owned the store. Now he's, he calls it slinging pizza.
So fun.
So
yeah, keep it busy.
It was a lovely, really nice visit.
Good.
So
Good.
drove around and had Jim and Jasper had to listen to, oh, so and so lived there and they lived there, and then we were playing over here and we went grocery shopping here, and
That's funny.
yeah, it's pretty classic.
How many little
really.
grocery stores did Sydney have when you were there?
Well, the corner grocery store that was right by
where
us,
you had,
which was
the
like
account,
a month,
Yeah.
a block and a half. That was Cooling's Market, but then there was
Is
always
that still there?
no, unfortunately,
Is there anything there?
they ripped the building
Oh,
down.
shoot.
It's right by Quillings Park, so
Oh, it's a park.
well, it's near there. But
Okay.
and then there was Reynolds Market, which was a local market, and that one is still there, but moved to a different location, and is a quite nice grocery store,
Oh, good,
actually. So it's
good,
really a nice
good,
store.
that's great.
So yeah, better than you'd enjoy shopping there for sure. Yeah.
Good.
So
Nice.
I wouldn't say Sydney's like thriving. Really,
Mhm.
they're kind of ups and downs. A lot of people think the oil is kind of coming back right now, which would mean more economy, better economy there, maybe. So anyway, it's
Boom and bust.
Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay, cool. Well, glad you got to go. And then, they're actually leaving their house, at the end of the month.
No, I would say more in July.
Oh, okay.
Because this next weekend, the throngs are arriving. Like all the kids are coming, and they're gonna be saying goodbye and to the house and stuff. And I think my sister's having like a big party for people that used to work at Johnson Hardware too
Oh,
on
fun.
Sunday. So
Oh, okay.
so it's kind of a old home week thing
Huh.
for everybody, really.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
We are plugging away here. It's Happy June, right? Already.
Yes, it's already June, and we had a thing in May where you were stitching every day.
Right, and we totally forgot about that because we gave out. It was mostly at like the end of April, local yarn store day ish. We gave out a little quarter sheet piece of paper that was, a challenge to stitch every day in May. And we had a little thing on there, we're going to give you a $50 gift card if you complete this, and we're going to do a drawing. Anyway, so Saturday, last day of May, in walks, was that the last day of May? Yes. In comes Shirley with her little piece of paper, and I'm like, I forgot about that. Thank you.
I know, we didn't really talk
she
about
very
it a lot
diligently
more.
checked it off, and then I said, well, gosh, you might be the winner because we haven't had we forgot about it. We haven't had anyone turn one in. Obviously, it was the last day of May, so duh.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yesterday we got 3 more.
Yeah.
One via email and 2 more in person.
Yep.
And so now we have
your odds will be in your favor. Like
so we have to draw for that.
One
and
in
then we
4.
also had a drawing for my favorite thing to knit and a beautiful collection of summer yarns
and we
this
had
giveaway.
quite a few.
Yeah, and so we can talk about that in a minute.
Yep.
We have another thing coming up, which is local yarn store day, and we've got that to talk about. We have some nice prizes organized for our summertime tea.
Did you say local yarn store day?
I don't know what I said.
That happened.
That would be
Wasn't
Knit in
that?
Public Day, I
Yes,
meant.
okay.
Didn't you understand that? Okay.
I did.
Okay, and then we have giveaways organized, generously provided by one of our distributors, Knitting
Yep.
Fever.
Mhm.
So we'll give you a sneak peek of those just in case you've been
And
on the
those
fence.
are for that's
Those are
for
for
the
the
high
tea.
tea and stitching.
And we have some new yarns to talk about, and just general chit chatty stuff, I guess.
Yep.
Which we're kind of doing right now.
Yep.
So, I'm wearing a winter sweater.
And I
Liz
am
wearing a
not.
summer sweater.
But we're both wearing pink.
Mm-hmm.
So you're wearing Humulus.
And it's kind of
And
fun.
Germantown,
It's kind
right?
of cool. It's
I love
kind of
that.
neat to be able to pull out a wool
Mhm.
sweater. I think in June yesterday.
It was cool in the morning.
Yesterday was chilly. I felt like all day long.
Mhm.
Nicely chilly after being kind of
Mhm.
warm. So that was I was driving back from Red Lodge, and it was totally rainy, and I had brought like a linen shirt. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm totally changing when I get home. So I put on like my Noro
You
sweater.
gotta have a lot of flannel
Um,
shirts and sweaters up there.
So when I got back to come into the shop, I pulled on it was great, wool sweater and a white t-shirt. What
I know.
thing. And so I kind of went with that theme
Yeah,
today
wool
too.
sweater, white t-shirt.
It's
Yep,
off.
mhm.
It's like a pale pink.
Well, I went
but-
for a white shirt.
Yeah. So
I put this on today. I'm like,
Mhm.
I feel like last summer I went berserk with white shirts. Like
Oh, yeah, I got a lot
everywhere I
too.
shop, I need that white shirt.
Mm.
I don't know why.
Mhm.
I bought like 5 of them last summer.
I
So
bought a
it
lot
might be
too.
There's
in the past
something
couple of
about
years.
white shirts.
It might be where we shop too. I mean, maybe people
Maybe.
were pushing white shirts. I don't know. Just like
I
we're
don't know.
pushing whatever we have on the front table, when we walk in the door.
I
The
don't
very
know.
cleverly merchandised
Yeah.
table full of whatever. So I'm going to see our oldest. Mike and I are going to Spokane, Thursday, and gonna spend a couple days, long weekend with Art, our oldest, who is there.
And a musician.
Yes, he has a couple of music events that we are going to attend, and so I will give you a report. But because we're going, I had started this quilt for Art a long time ago, and now I have a deadline, and so that's what I've been working on.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
how far are
His
you?
flannel quilt. I just have to stitch up 2 more sides of the binding. Now it's kind of like a generous queen size quilt, I would say. So it's not like it's a little. So I got it. That won't take me long. But then I would like to wash it before we go, just to
Yeah,
scrunch
you've
it
got
up.
like 2 days.
Yeah. So I like living dangerously.
You look really pretty today.
Well, thanks, Linda.
I know, I just like, very rosy, in a good
Well,
way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Maybe I don't know. I'm probably having a hot flash.
No, it's the lipstick and
Okay.
everything. It looks
Probably
pretty.
on my
Your
teeth, yeah.
hair. It's a
Okay.
combination.
Yay,
Okay.
thank you. Thanks.
Well, I'm excited for you to go on your trip. He's sort of like a musician turned coder turned musician.
And
right?
I think they kind of probably play together. I mean, solving like little mysteries with the coding. I think you're using that kind of brain stuff. But he has always been a musician. In fact, he has a
It's kind of when
classical.
Jasper and he met.
Yeah,
right?
that's how they met.
Yeah.
He has a classical guitar degree from the University of Montana. But, anyway, so we're proud of him.
So
And I haven't been to Spokane for quite a while because last year our family chunk of time was in Denmark.
Right.
Everyone met. Art came this way, but your travel time when you're working is very limited. So we haven't been to Spokane for a good year plus. So it'll be good to touch bases on his home turf.
so he's
See
playing
what-
a steel,
steel guitar.
yeah, where it's horizontal. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, steel pedal guitar.
Steel pedal.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So that's
I'll
cool,
get
I
the
think.
lowdown on that. I know
Yeah.
nothing about that instrument at all.
Uh-huh.
And so, but yeah, so that'll be fun. Good to do that. So, and it will get that quilt out of my house.
That's good. I'm glad you're working on that.
Yep.
Yeah. And that is saving your shoulder or your elbow a little bit.
Yeah, and I did. I don't know. That is continuing to be an issue. So I might need to visit with Rose a little bit about that because she's the one who said, "Oh, remember that took a long time to heal." So anyway,
So that's your work in progress, which you cannot show, but it would be.
I
cool.
was gonna bring it this morning, and then I'm like, no one needs
Why
to
don't
see
you
like
take
a
some
giant.
pictures
I
and we
will.
can post it?
It's
Well,
not-
I
it's
have
nothing fancy.
my T-shirt that I've been working on, and it's taken a turn. It's a good turn. It's not done, but I did add the sleeves. Look, it looks
Oh,
done.
so cute!
Look, from here it looks done here, and it fits so good. I was telling Sue, I'm sort of afraid to like get it wet because it might stretch it out. But look, I added the sleeves and the
Cute.
collar.
Well, it's gonna stretch when you wear it,
I know.
and cotton is
Yeah.
a thing.
Well,
It's
and
not-
because
yeah.
that is a thing, so what I did, and she suggests this in the pattern, is adding elastic to the cuffs. So, so I actually added a very thin thread of elastic to the last row of the ribbing, and then in the cast off. So I did that on the collar too, and there's no way you could see that unless you have like super
I can
eyes.
see it up
But
close.
they couldn't.
Well, yeah,
probably.
that's
But,
what
yeah,
you mean. Okay.
yeah. But I think that'll be good. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I feel like I only have like a little ball of this left, and I'm not sure how far it'll go. But I kind of think I'm gonna need maybe another like this much.
I feel like you always need more than you
So,
think
Yeah.
with the
So
charm.
yeah. So,
Mhm.
but I definitely have enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it was a yarn hog, really. I mean, I used, I'm in the second skein of each of the yellow and the pink, and the second of the other one, so
Yeah.
it definitely wasn't. But yeah, I love putting it on because it
Fun,
looks
yeah.
so cute.
It's super cute.
And the other thing that, well, when we went to market, we got a little free
Yeah,
pattern,
we
and
gave
we
that
gave
away
this
to
away.
someone,
This
yeah.
is this little beret pattern
Mhm.
from Lopi. And so I really loved it. Weren't we talking about that tomatoey red kind of? That's sort of that, isn't it? But
Yeah, that
so
looks
this
like
is the
rust.
color that I'm doing. Well, I don't know. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
a rusty tomato.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is that beret. So I thought I've been kind of wanting to make it, and
Mhm.
I realized really hats are like my go in between.
Mhm.
Like when I need a break, it's
Mhm.
a good little way
Cool.
to take a little break.
Cool. Okay. So with June has come the very beginning of our summer sock along, Summerly Summer Sock Along. So that is, we are going to have some fun giveaways. I was actually going to pull one of them because it goes with
Well,
our new
if you
yarn.
want to, you sure can.
But that we, anyway, I'm not prepared for that, but it did pop into my head. We do have a contest with that. The
Right.
first pair of socks, adult socks that is finished, is going to get a prize.
Right.
The person who finishes the last pair of socks
Yeah, so
at
it's
the
okay
very
to be
end of
slow this time.
August is going to get a prize. The person who makes the most pairs of adult socks is going to get a prize. And there's a random, like everyone who's participating is entered into the drawing for the gift card at the end, which
Right.
is a pretty significant gift card. I think it's $100.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know what we are
we have-
very generous.
like,
You
we've-
guys, yeah.
yeah.
that's- You are lucky. Let me tell you.
Business acumen might be needing to
Yeah, our
be questioned.
accountant might want to talk to us about that.
So that is happening, and we've got, and then Summerly has the code has been provided. If you are doing the Summerly Summer Sock Along, we've given it out to a couple people. We really just barely got it, right before the
right.
deadline. So thank you very much, Summerly and her husband Dave. They are in charge of their business, and they're like traveling now, so that's cool for them. But they're going to send their autographed copy of their book as soon as they get it back in their shop. So
And if you haven't picked up your little
the little fobs,
your little key fob, that is waiting for you. So
okay,
and we have
like 30 plus people really doing it.
Yeah,
So,
it's good.
yeah.
And so speaking of sock yarn too, we are a member of the Crazy Beautiful Club,
Crazy
and
Beautiful.
so this is not the lighting right here isn't very good, but
do we need to turn this?
like this. So this is the for June. So color of the month for June.
Pretty.
So this would qualify, and it's on the website. So you get a 20% discount on your sock yarn if you're in the sock along.
That's
So.
right. That is
Too
right.
late to sign up though, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, we're done with that. Sign up. Okay. So should we go ahead and draw for?
Yeah, let's draw for the May.
Or should we
Stitch
talk about the
Input.
Iris convention?
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah.
We've been told that we're a good source of information for local happenings.
Local happenings.
So
out
we
and
did
about.
want to let you know a few things that are happening this weekend. So the Rent Fair in Red Lodge is a big deal. That's happening this weekend, and I think Clara, usually who works here on Fridays, has a booth out there. We may not see her on Friday, probably.
I don't know.
Maybe
we
not.
Heard that. Anyway, that's fun. But then the other thing that's right here in Billings that you can't go to actually, but it's kind of cool that it's happening, is the Iris. It's the 2025 convention for Iris lovers. It's called Iris Under the Big Sky, and it's their annual convention.
Travels
being
around
held
the United States.
Here in Billings this year. You can, however, go to the BigSkyIrisClub.com and get some ideas for gardens to visit in Billings based on that website is what I did. So I think that it's going on all week, this convention. I think there are like 400 iris lovers in town for it. And we found out about it from Joan, our friend who does some custom knitting for us. She delivered some cute little stockings. She did, not little, large stockings that she did. And she said, oh, by the way, I'm volunteering at the Big Sky Iris Convention. And I said, well, we didn't know this was even a thing. And so then the conversation was like, how do you find out these things? Which is a bigger conversation that we're not going to have today.
Right.
However, I did go to the Big Sky Iris Club just to get like the scoop on it. And from there, I saw that they are on Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Friday or something. You'll have to look for yourself. They're doing some tours. the people who are in town. So they're touring the Zoo Montana's gardens, which are, I do know, lovely. It's beautiful out there. They're going to the Eagle Ridge Iris Gardens, which I didn't really know about, and they have Eagle Ridge Iris Gardens has its own website. It is
And
out
they're
by
out
Emerald
in
Hills.
Emerald Hills. It's
A
beautiful.
little further, the pictures, it's stunning. Muriel's Ridge Iris Garden has apparently a Facebook page, and Muriel's Ridge, I think I might have bought some rhizomes from her during farmer's market.
Oh, okay.
But they sell. Tina and Daughters Iris Gardens is the one that I know about, you know
yeah,
about.
I know about. Yep.
And that's over on the Garden Lane. And then
Yes.
they're touring Danwalt Gardens. Another just reminder of, things we have in Billings. There was another one that was like a private home garden that was on this website of where they're touring. So, yay.
Yeah.
I think that's wonderful.
I know. That's cool.
And the iris are beautiful right now in Billings. I think iris are a super hardy flower. My grandmother had like her mother's farm that Grandma Mac lived on by herself after she retired. Was like 40 acres in northwest Missouri, and no irrigation, nothing. Anyway, but she had this fabulous like row of iris, and I know that I have some of her iris. My mom has some.
Good.
Iris don't smell.
Well, sometimes they do.
Do they? Maybe
Yeah.
they do. Everyone's yard.
I think
seems
they
very
do.
perfumey.
Pretty sweet.
Kool-Aid-y. I don't know. So anyway, but yeah, I think that's really cool. And yay. So, but yes, I mean, iris, like someone has planted some, probably this iris group in Billings has planted along the rims
I noticed
on
that.
the way to the airport.
Right.
I think those
I
things
saw
will
those.
grow in like on the rocks.
Yeah.
And I threw some into the ground at,
I had
in the
some
cabin.
iris. I wonder what happened
And
to
deer
them.
don't eat them, which is
Uh-huh.
another good thing. But I've used like those Siberian iris, those really delicate ones. Mr. Gibbs and I have a walking route, and someone has this really pretty.
Did you plant some at your place?
Not Siberian, they're not. I think they're a little more finicky. But I did throw some iris in the ground, like just like good luck, guys. And they're coming up in Red Lodge,
Oh, good.
which is, I mean, it's very naturalized out there. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I have iris in my yard.
Now that I'm
and-
thinking about it, I think I'd like to get some iris. I haven't had any. I used to, but I don't anymore.
Apparently, you just kind of stick them in the ground in the late, like in September. And so farmers market, I'm assuming they'll have iris, the lady who sells
Right.
them, and Tina and her daughter sell them. I think
Okay.
they have a website. I mean, I think anyway. Yeah, if you're
Anyway,
interested in that
yeah.
stuff, that is kind of fun.
Okay.
Fun. Okay.
All right. What else?
We should have done like a whole iris
yeah, we
table.
could do the
Okay,
whole
so
thing.
let's draw for the 4 people who turned in their forms who legitimately knit or
Shuffle
stitched
the deck.
every day. Shuffling the
I'm
deck.
not
You're
looking.
gonna choose.
I'm not looking.
Okay, so it's like a deck of cards. You choose. Pick a card, any card.
Oh, I had my eyes closed. I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh, that's Faith.
Oh,
Woohoo!
yay! Thank
Okay,
you.
Faith. Thanks for
Woohoo.
participating, ladies. Good job stitching every day in May. We made it official with that. Okay,
All right.
so that's going to be
Okay.
a $50 gift card.
All right. And
Okay.
then what?
And then what?
And then what?
Now we have this little thing that we kind of impromptu put
Okay.
out there.
Here,
We're
I'll get
giving
that.
away-
You get your list.
Okay, we're giving away
Well, are
a.
you gonna get that list?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Okay, first of all,
My favorite thing to make outside on a summer day is a gin and tonic.
yarn related thing.
Oh well.
Yeah, and then there was Walter. He's like, I don't knit outside.
We
There's
are
too
the
many
yarn
bugs."
bar.
So, but anyway, basically, what's your favorite thing to work on in the summertime? Hot summer day or extra hours in the day, whatever, however you want to interpret it with yarn. So this was it was kind of all over the place. We got these entries, and we will draw in just a second here, but I wanted to just say, like, it was all over the place. Really nothing, a couple things had like maybe more than one, but mostly it was this, s'mores.
Somebody wants to make a swimsuit cover up.
Hang on. So here's, I think, the s'mores inspiration, that the
Okay.
little amigurumi. That was funny. Tote bag, beanie, unfinished fall
That's
projects,
probably a good one.
blankets, shawl, scarf, market basket, swimsuit cover-up, tank top, mittens, summer tee, dress, sweater, socks, and dishcloth.
Those are all great things.
They're
but-
great, and again, it's all over. So I just think it's interesting in this like non-scientific research project that we put out there
Well, I
to
love
see. That was kind of what I
um,
wanted to like just get an idea. Is there
And
one
what
thing
is-
that's going to
right.
pop up? There wasn't.
But the overall arcing thing is more smaller projects. I would
don't
say.
think so.
Well,
Blankets,
that's small. That one's not.
sweater,
Yeah, there's-
dress. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's all over.
But the lucky person is gonna win. Gonna win. There's lots of summer yarns in here.
There's a nice collection of summer yarns, and for us, I think that I was thinking, like probably washcloth would be what you would do with just a hodgepodge of these summer yarns,
Right.
but maybe somebody wants to throw them all together and make something fun.
But then you're lucky
And-
enough to get this really cool summery looking
Yeah.
mesh, see-through,
See-through
bright
bag
yellow
with a
with
zipper
yeah,
on one side,
like-
this project bag,
yeah,
docu bag.
this is super
Okay.
nice.
Okay, so this one, shaking
Wow,
up our
who's gonna
jar.
win?
Okay,
Okay,
and
all right. I get to be the winner.
okay, exciting.
Okay, socks.
Sophia.
Tess.
Okay,
Oh,
woo-hoo.
lucky Sophia.
Okay, this is going right
in
there.
her.
All right, cool.
Wait,
Thanks,
way to go.
ladies.
Sorry,
and men.
Joni.
Thanks, everyone,
Wasn't
for
you.
participating. Oh. Is Sophia
Joni is
working with
Sophia's
yarn?
mom.
That's funny. Okay. All right. So
Okay.
thank you.
I don't even know what I did. Oh, here's my thing. So
I
we-
brought, let's see, the golf tournament, putt golf,
Oh, yeah.
downtown Billings. Look, I brought the golf putter over to
We
remind us.
might be getting a help from my local golf expert
Okay.
to help that because he didn't say no.
Okay, cool.
He's
We-
like, I'll think about that.
Okay. So we've participated. It's a fun downtown event. It's a Saturday. It is the 14th.
The
I
day
think,
before Father's Day.
I think you can still register. It's like
Yep.
family fun, friend
They
fun,
can do
whatever.
teams, and last year it was a lot of fun. We saw a lot of teams.
Teams,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
uh-huh.
teams up to 6. I think it's
Right.
probably more fun with teams.
I think so too.
So
yeah.
I think you're keeping score. Anyway, we've done it every year. We've set up our golf hole, and so this year again we're doing it. It's super fun. It is an
Well,
opportunity you can
That
sign
was
up
a nice
still.
way for people to kind of find out about us because I think we had some people sign up for kids camp
Mhm.
last year.
If we were
So,
smart, we might have a little poster out there that says
Yes.
like upcoming activities.
I think that might be a
So,
good idea.
just thinking out loud here.
Yeah.
But construction continues.
Yep.
Alyssa did our cute little
And don't let
construction
it
cone.
get in your way to come and see
No.
us.
It's all
There
in your
is
attitude.
a way. That's right. There's still a path. Like there's no closed
And
off
what
roads.
part of summer is not summer without road work?
I know it wouldn't be summer.
And is that progress? I mean, like, you don't want your roads to fall apart and be like undrivable
right.
or walkable or bike rideable or skateboarding or whatever. You know, you gotta have these things happen in order to like function. So,
That's right.
so yeah, it's happening
Do we want
downtown.
to talk about any of this stuff?
We're switching to two-way
Or-
streets,
Okay.
and
all
it's
right.
gonna be like a summer-long thing.
This is something you need to let your friend that you think is such a fast knitter know about because we are going to be hosting a speed knitting competition and that is that's also June 14th.
It's also on the 14th.
But
so.
later in the afternoon.
And that's going to be inside. Golfing,
Right.
our golf hole is outside. You do have to sign up with the DBA. All the businesses
You
that
mean
are
for the golfing?
yeah, for golfing.
not
All
for
the
the speed.
businesses that are doing the golf tournament, who are participating, you sign up at the DBA website, the downtownbillings.com, and everyone, all the businesses are participating and giving a gift card. So there's prizes, there's friendly
Right.
fun competition.
Okay.
That's that.
Okay. That's
And then we also, it is not local yarn store day. It is knit in public day, and it could be crochet in public too. But anyway, get out. Like if you're doing the golf thing downtown and you're someone who likes yarn, you should probably be knitting too.
You could get one of the lemonwood things
Yeah.
to put on your wrist
That would
and
be
then
an
knit
added
while
challenge.
you're like golfing.
Added challenge to your golf thing. You could get like a bonus thing. And so anyway, we are, before our morning starts at the shop, we're gathering at the Marble Coffee downtown at the Doubletree, and we're going to be knitting in public there, or crocheting in public.
Yep.
And the
Making in public.
library, there's a group of knitters who like to go to the library. The library's putting it out there too for that activity, and Jennifer's in charge of that. Okay, and then to celebrate the Knit in Public Day for us at the
Lots
shop,
happening.
we're doing this speed knitting competition.
Okay.
Okay, and we've pulled the yarn that you're going to
We've
be
got yarn.
using.
Everyone's using the same yarn.
Everyone's using the same very light
I would
gray
say
yarn.
probably you're going to be on an 8 needle to do this. So, but we already have 2 official signups. It is free to register for, but we just need to know
For planning.
who's going to be there. So if you know somebody that you know you've always been jealous of how fast they knit, you should tell them to come and sign up. And it's really just for fun. It's not like an official event that we're going to send you to the nationals or the internationals, which I know there is. But so anyway.
Okay, so speed knitting is on the 14th.
Yep.
That will
Okay.
be fun.
All right.
Okay, and then also we have the prerogative tea,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
high tea and stitching.
Yep.
And that is starting. There may be like 5 spots left to join us. But we are getting ourselves organized. We're everyone's getting a party favor,
Yep.
as is the norm for our events out and about. Like at the Moss Mansion, there's always a little party favor. This one is the same kind of thing. In addition to the lovely,
And we're waiting for some
companionship.
special.
We've got our party favors on the way, but we're enhancing it this time thanks to some generous support from Knitting Fever with
Door
prizes, and Alyssa got them organized. Here's just an example of some of the door
I'm
prizes.
sorry, but you're gonna have so much fun.
Okay, and yeah, so we're gonna do the fun thing where it's like the secret thing on the bottom of a chair.
Right now, you can wear whatever you want.
Mhm.
But I mean, they call it high tea because people do dress up for that kind of thing, and I know for a fact that some people are planning to wear some special outfits. So if that is you, that is great, but don't let that stop you.
Also, it's Red Lodge, and you might
Right.
want to go for a hike in the morning
Right.
and not change your clothes.
Right.
And wear whatever you want.
Right.
But yeah, it's it's Montana. We're pretty laid back here.
Right.
But anyway,
You know,
but it is also a fun opportunity to
weddings
get
around
dressy if you want to.
Montana are black tie and blue jeans, so it's kind of a standard thing. Okay,
Funsies.
now we get to talk about yarn.
Yeah. What time
Oh
is
my
it?
gosh.
Oh gosh, we're cruising right along
Yeah,
here. Okay.
we are like, lots of, okay,
Okay.
so we just got a shipment of Ito
Fun.
on these beautiful cones. Let me get the sparkle.
So, this is a Japanese company, Japanese yarn. I think it's actually distributed in Germany,
Yep.
which is fun. So, they have a wide variety of yarns.
Sparkle.
Many of them are coming on these cones.
And this one is KraeO, K-O-S-H-O, which is merino wool and 10% cashmere in it. These are a lace weight, but they're made to knit with other yarns. So this is the Sensei, which is their mohair and silk. So that's how these are all going to be. Either you pair them together to create more of a DK kind of a weight.
The
So-
sparkle's kind of just for fun.
Yeah, but you
But they
totally
do have
could.
sparkle.
Yeah, we have some sparkle.
So I don't know. We're not going to pull everything down. We have it very nicely displayed here, but they have other bases.
I
So
love this.
we'll
see the
see.
different colors in here? So
Their mohair is a higher percentage of silk to mohair ratio than
some.
Than some.
It's a 60-40,
Fun
so I
green.
love that. I love these ones that have like a different color core than the fuzz part.
And so when we got this in, that prompted us to totally rearrange our mohair cubbies, which was
Yep.
very fun.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nice. So
And we have a few ideas. We haven't been able to knit up a sweater really fast yet, but this one's called Elate, and that one is really pretty where you've paired KraeO and the Sensei. So it's a nice light drapey.
and we saw these in person at market,
and
which
Meg,
this
the
one was
designer, was there too.
Celia number 2.
Two,
That
and
was probably my favorite
Mine
sample.
too. It's really beautiful. This one's called Arise, and this is by Britt Marie Bramer. So that's the designer.
So
She loves the really simple. She used to design for Shibui. So yeah, really nice pieces.
which is
think.
I did accidentally call this Shibui. So.
Oh, yeah. And I would say, we've always thought, her designs were very much sort of a like Eileen Fisher kind of design. So very simple, but just beautiful drape.
They did have
Fits
a
everybody.
really stunning sample of just a scarf with the mohair.
Uh-huh.
That was the only difference was in the size of needle you used. So and garter
right.
stitch.
Yeah,
It
that
was
was beautiful.
Gorgeous. So anyway, fun.
Yeah, I think
really fun to
you
see
knit
new
one
stuff.
row on a small needle and then next row on a big needle, I think is how that went. It was really, really
I
pretty.
don't know what the sequence
Yeah.
was, but it was pretty stunning. And then we have we did an unboxing video. We have just a brand new to us hand dyer from Chicago, and we got some of her alpaca base, which we were chatting about it. I'm like, this always, no matter who is dyeing it, kind of looks kind of ratty in the skein. But I think when you undo it,
I
it
hope
actually
so.
makes
Geez, way to
something.
sell it.
Doesn't look like you're wearing a rat. But I know a lot of dyers are using this, and so we've had maybe snippets of it in the past. But
And
now
and
we,
the nice
we
thing
did
is
get
it
a
doesn't
nice
have mohair. Some
assortment.
people kind of get sneezy around mohair. So this with the alpaca, you don't get that, but you still get the beautiful look.
And the softness.
It's classified as a lace weight, so you're gonna get to use it exactly like you would with the mohair.
Yeah,
So-
or double it up and
Yep.
get, something light and frothy. So, very fun. That's
I
a
love
pretty
that
summer color.
That
yeah.
one. That one's called Robin's Egg.
Aw, pretty. Yeah, so that's just, we have that on our Instagram, if you wanted to see like the unboxing of it, where
Yeah,
we
we did.
mispronounced some of the names.
Yes, but we
um,
had some good close-ups, so you can really see things.
Fun.
Well,
I
what's
think
happening this week? Anything? I mean, here at the store?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll be here. Sue's out gallivanting. I shall be here to entertain everyone.
Yeah, it's First Friday.
That's
on
right.
Friday.
Yep, planning
Uh-huh.
a late night till 8 o'clock. That's late for us.
The patio's open at Doc Harper's.
Yeah, and it seems like we've had quite a few people like after party.
Right, and the last First Friday when you were out gallivanting, I was here, and
You guys
the
went over
ladies, a lot of people left early and went over to Doc Harper's. Apparently, we were not quite as lively as we should have been here.
Yeah, I
so,
guess not.
Anyway, you might want to plan some mixed drinks.
Okay. Well, that's it for this
yeah.
week, you guys. You have an awesome one, and
Thanks
we'll
for
see you next
watching.
time. Yeah, it was
Happy
great
stitching.
to be here with
Keep
you.
on keeping on. Yeah.
So,
Bye.
so long.